Hi everyone, this is Mickey Adams in Dallas, Texas. I'm a dealer and a representative for Mullen pedal steel guitars out of Seabrook, Colorado, and I play the Mullen G2. As a matter of fact, this is video number 1 with my brand new D10 serial number 283 from Mullen. It is a royal blue lacquer D10 I'm going to introduce you to here in a minute. But before I do, let's talk about what we're going to do on this lesson. There have been 2 players who inspired me immensely over the last 5 or 6 years, and those 2 players are Steve Pelusic and Buck Reid. I spent many an hour comping as many of Steve Pelusic's phrases as I could off of his CD entitled Let the Games Begin. And then about 6 or 7 years ago, I also met Buck Reid, and I was totally impressed with Buck, not only as a person but as a musician, and a very accomplished musician at that. He's one of the finest pedal steel guitar players on the planet, bar none. And I felt like by trying to tackle his CD, a work in progress, that I was biting off more than I can chew, and technically I was. But I have been practicing this stuff so hard that it's making such a difference in my playing, I cannot tell you. So biting off more than you can chew might be a good thing. But this particular lesson is reproduced by permission from my friend Buck Reid. Buck, thank you so much, especially for all your help. But you brought my playing a long way. For those of you who are not familiar with Buck, his primary role as a musician is in Lyle Lovett's large band. Some of the finest musicians in the world in that band, and of course Buck being one of them. They will be touring toward the end of the summer on the West Coast, I understand. So go look for Buck Reid on Google and attack some of his tabs. Get his backing tracks, they're outstanding quality, and that's enough about that. All I wanted to do was really say thanks. So let's take a listen to the intro for Eastern Swing. This is my first C6 addition to my catalog, so here we go. There you go. So let's take a look at it. Before we get into the phrasing, I'm going to have to bump this up just a little bit, so you may not be able to see my pedals that well, but we're on the back neck today. So what we're going to need to execute this intro is a lever or pedal that raises 4 1/2 step, 4 a whole step, and 2 1/2 step. Okay. So we're going to be playing a single note. We're going to be playing the chord structure. Let's look at the chord structure first. Let's move to position number 5. We're going to be playing a D minor, basically, or F major. And we're using strings 4, 6, and 10. From here, we're going to raise string 4 a 1/2 step and slide down a 1/2 step. From here, we're going to raise 4 a whole. And this whole phrase would actually resolve here like this. Okay, this would be 4, 6, and 10, raise 4 a 1/2 step, raise 4 a whole step, then change string groups to 3, 5, and 10 at the primary D position at fret number 2. We're not actually going to be using this voice, okay? But we are going to be using a crossover when we're here. So let's take a look at the intro for Eastern Swing. It's 6, 5, 4, and 3, and we're going to use them in different combinations. This is straight up and straight down, then 4, 5, 6. So from there we're going to strike 4, 6, and 10 and slide down to 4 and raise string 4. 6, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 1, 3, 4. no levers. Now, here we're going to move to our second chord, which has the 4th string raised to half step. Strike 4, 6, and 10. Slide down a half step and release the half tone raise and engage the whole tone raise. Okay, now the next one. Okay. Again, 6, 5, 4, 3, 4. Okay, and then 3 and 4, 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 2 and 1. So we're going to basically reverse directions there. Now raise 2 a half step and move up to 7. Strike 4, 5, 3, 5. Now we're going to strike 4 and slide up a half step. Slide back to 7 and strike string 5. And then string 6 at position number 5 with the lever still engaged, or the pedal still engaged. Now the first time we end here, the second time we end here is we end on a different chord. So it's that's the first time. The second time is okay, so we'll do the whole thing slowly. That's the whole thing, guys. Now, the objective is to get it to sound like this. That's it for this lesson on C6, guys. I'd like to thank you all for joining me here on my YouTube channel, and many thanks again. Thanks again to Buck Reid. We'll see you right back here with your pedal steel. So long.